So yeah, Kathy Rain. This is a game I've always saw basically on the Steam recommended page for me, and eventually I just got it. It had a cool looking art style. The director's cut came out, and I'm like, all right, let's get to it. All I know is it's a point and click adventure game, and it's got a pretty cool looking art style. So let's just dive in. Let's see what this is all about. Yeah, I love this pixel art. This is good.
Hey, you.
Hey, who are you? Hi.
Hey.
All right. What do we got here?
Oh, man.
This is like a dorm? Well, okay, so we can just, crawl into bed, as one does.
God, this is so comfy. I'm just gonna lie here and suffocate on my own vomit now.
I mean, that's not a great way to go, but I mean, at least you'll be comfortable doing it.
I had a thing I wanted to tell you.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Uh-huh. This room sure looks different when it's
are we drunk? Or, I guess I don't know who we're playing here.
So I was browsing through the used book ads in the paper when
Listen,
you what?
Eileen, I'm totally excited about books right now.
Oh, yeah, she's got drunk voice actor energy right now.
Wait, hear me out. So I noticed this article about a war veteran from Conwell Springs who just died. I remembered that you used to live there and
Okay.
everything, and
I mean, maybe Kathy knows her. I'm assuming this is Kathy.
Joyful, blissful sleep.
Or maybe this is Kathy.
and get this. His name was Joseph.
Oh.
Joseph Rain.
Aha, okay, so this is Kathy, I'm guessing.
What did you just say?
Joseph Rain.
You knew him, right? I knew it. I knew you'd know
I'm assuming
him.
a family member? Ooh, yeah, he was my, I guess we don't know, I don't really want to talk about it, or I haven't seen him since I was a kid a lifetime ago. Ooh, that's the most
I haven't
mysterious.
seen him since I was a kid.
Yes.
A lifetime ago.
Okay.
Hey, wait a minute. I never told you where I grew up.
Yeah, how did you find that out?
Oh, well, I might have sort of looked you
I'm
up.
assuming they're roommates? Like, it seems like this room sleeps four. I'm assuming this is like a college dorm.
That is not cool, Eileen. Seriously.
I mean, to be fair, if you're going to be living with someone, you should know a little bit about them.
I just couldn't help myself.
Well, one of these days you're gonna help yourself to a restraining order. I'm just telling you this as a friend.
All right, fair
I know.
enough. Okay, so
Well,
do we have
anyway,
control?
You should know that the funeral is tomorrow.
Oh, right. Yeah, that might be a nice thing to go visit.
Okay.
Are you gonna go?
I don't know. Good
I'm
night,
surprised. I mean, I guess we don't know when this is set. Like, she's on a computer, like, wouldn't Kathy's, oh my God, the Titanic poster. Oh my God, how did I not recognize it? That's an iconic poster. Oh, Pulp Fiction. Oh my God, yes, this is a college dorm through and through. Romeo plus Juliet, I think. Romeo plus Juliet, Titanic, Pulp Fiction. Oh, this looks really familiar, but I can't recognize it. Oh, it's the Warriors, I think. I think that's the Warriors. Yeah, the red on the bottom seems very distinctive.
Good night, Kathy.
She's got to sleep off a few, okay? Kathy's had a busy day. All right, so now do we have like free roam? September 20th. Oh, it's the 90s, 1995. You'd think her family would call her to let her know her grandfather died.
Oh God, make it stop.
Okay, yep, nope. Just throw something at it. Throw. Okay, use the left mouse button to walk and interact with objects. So it's a point-and-click adventure game is what you're telling me.
Looks like Eileen left a note for me here.
Okay, well, where?
Hi, Kat. Since it's such a long
Ah.
drive, I set the alarm so you won't miss the funeral. Thank me later.
Eileen is a good friend.
I'm so getting a new roommate.
No. She's the one keeping you on your toes.
Well, I guess I should get going. I'm late enough as it is.
Yes, so do we just want to leave? Do we... Oh, yes, okay, so...
The Thing. One of my
it's the
favorite horror
Thing.
movies.
Ah, darn. Okay, that's got to be
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Love
Okay,
that
good.
flick.
Romeo plus Juliet.
I think that movie is about a girl and a boy who hate each other at first and then they fall in love for no reason at all.
I mean, I wouldn't. That is not really the story I would describe. I know Kathy is so ungrateful for having a nice roommate who actually wanted to get her to her family's funeral or family member funeral.
That's every romantic comedy ever.
Oh, come on. I mean, that's not every romantic comedy, but fair enough. So what is this?
Just some random band poster.
Ah, darn. Okay, I was like trying to recognize that. I'm like, I don't know what movie that is. All right, well, let's get out of here. We have a funeral to go to. How exciting. Yeah, I really like the art style here. This is good. This is sharp. Oh, we're a motorcyclist. Okay, so is this how we decide our location? So we can go to the cemetery. Okay, so when we leave a location, we got the fuzz on us.
Ugh, just my luck.
Oh, Kathy. Things just don't seem to be going your way right now. How's it going?
Do you know why I pulled you over, ma'am?
No idea. You're a jerk. You need directions to the... Oh, I don't know if we want to be sarcastic right now. We have a funeral to get to. It's gotta be... Ooh, we could try to be charming.
It's gotta be to compliment me on my driving, right?
I don't know if he's gonna be receptive to
Trying
that.
to be a smartass, ma'am?
I mean, all of the answers were
Nobody
being a
likes
smartass. I mean, that is
Do you
true.
know how fast you were going?
No, there's no speedometer on a motorcycle.
Yes.
I don't, or at least not on this motorcycle. I can't see one.
And
Yeah, all of them were smartass. Yeah, I think Kathy only speaks in sarcasm, which I definitely get because I'm a very sarcastic person.
Yes, sir.
a smart ass playing dumb. Aren't you just a
Oh yeah,
perfect
we are not
blend of
making friends right
obnoxious?
now.
I guess so. Look, I'm really sorry, officer. I'm in a huge
Yeah, we got a
hurry to this
funeral,
thing,
you
and
know,
the road has been
family
empty for
member,
miles.
kind
You
of
know how it is.
bad.
Well, what I do know is that the speed limit here is 65. I clocked you at 77.
Is that like?
You're getting a
That
ticket.
doesn't seem like the biggest speeding. Okay, fine, give us a ticket.
Ooh, to the movies?
Okay, Kathy,
I prefer horror
you
flicks.
got to crank down the sarcasm a little bit. You got to know the time and the place.
Regular comedian, huh? Don't quit your day job.
Yeah, take the ticket and go. Take the ticket and go. You can always try to fight it later, but take the ticket and go. All right, are we gonna pull up? Ah, yes. Yeah, I love the color palettes of these locations already. Such a beautiful art style. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. The transition from like a tiny pixel figure up to like the full one. Oh, that's pretty good.
Well, here we are after a 40-minute drive and a harebrained speeding ticket.
I mean, there are worse things. You could be the one being buried.
God, I really need a smoke.
God, it reminds me of that old Seinfeld joke.
Does anyone object?
No, I think you're going to find a pretty compliant crowd here. That, you know, who knows if it's true, but it makes for a good joke, is that the number one fear people have is public speaking. The second one being dying. So theoretically, if you're at a funeral, you're more afraid to be giving the eulogy than to be being buried. I always had that.
Dead people rule.
Dead people, I mean, they're pretty quiet. They're a pretty solemn bunch. Ooh, what do we have here? Tombstone.
No time for that now. I'm late for the funeral.
I mean, you had enough time to smoke your cigarette. Come on. So is this our inventory? Ah, whoa, we got a stun gun, a notebook, cigarettes, and a lighter. I mean, a lighter is an adventure game essential, right? Aha. Joseph Rain. Man, this is
You're
an
gathered here
interesting
today
looking
to honor
crowd.
A person of great integrity, a pillar of the community, and a decorated war hero. His name was Joseph Irving Rain.
It's a shame we didn't know him better.
We all remember his warm heart,
Mm-hmm.
his compassion, and his eagerness to help others.
Okay, he sounds like a pretty solid
His
dude.
passing, while our loss, is surely heaven's gain. Now we entrust our brother Joseph to God's mercy. We commit his body to the ground, earth to earth.
Yeah, I want to know who these
ashes
people
to
are. Like,
ashes,
are our parents
dust
here?
to dust. In sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life through our Lord
It's a
Jesus
funeral.
Christ,
It's a funeral.
who will transform our frail bodies so that they may be conformed to his glorious
I'm more surprised
body,
that Kathy doesn't
who
have a
died,
sarcastic
was
comment
buried,
to butt
and
into
rose
this.
again for us. To him be
She doesn't seem
glory
like a very
forever.
religious person.
Amen.
Not to say that she can't be. It just she seems more on the sarcasm as religion. Oh, is that our grandmother?
Ugh, Kathy, you big baby. Just talk to her.
Yeah, who is this? Oh, Mrs. Rain. But what Mrs. Rain?
Excuse me? Mrs. Rain?
Have we met, Anne?
You look strangely familiar.
I mean, are we your granddaughter?
It's me. It's Catherine.
Okay, we are, in fact, the titular Kathy Rain.
Catherine? Who?
Catherine Rain?
You don't recognize me? I guess it's been a while. I might be a bit taller than you remember me.
Okay.
Kathy? Bless my soul.
Wow, it has been a really long
Look
time
at
since
you, all
we've
grown
seen
up.
our grandparents, I guess. So what happened?
Oh, how I wish Joseph could see you now, finally coming home.
It seems odd that we wouldn't
Let's hope
be
he can. Wherever
especially
he
since
is.
they're only 40 minutes away, like that we wouldn't have interacted with
A
them.
comforting thought, dear. Lord, how long has it been? 10 years?
Well, if she was only a little
15?
kid, probably close to 15.
15 sounds about
Yeah.
right. I was 6 when Mom took me away.
Yeah, now she's in college. That makes sense. Okay.
Goodness, we have some catching up to do then. I want to know everything.
Hell yeah, let's catch up. There's no time like the
Listen,
present.
I'm not quite ready to leave yet, but why don't you join me at the house in half an hour?
You know, that's a great idea.
Sure, I'd love to. I passed it on my way here. It shouldn't be too hard to find.
Fantastic. I'm assuming that'll just be another place that we can visit when we're on
I'll
the
see you
motorcycle.
soon, then. I'm so glad you found your way back home. I can't wait for us to have a chance to talk.
Me too, Grandma. Me too.
Same here. See you in a bit.
All right. Is there anything that we can see around here? So we have a new location added. Good. Elizabeth Parker. Oh, are we going to need to take some notes here? I mean, I do always have the handy dandy adventure notebook with us. Yeah, that is definitely a new reaction. Like, it must have been a very long time. 15 years is a long time to go without seeing someone, especially if you haven't seen them since they were a little kid. Yeah, we may as well take some notes. I mean, it is an adventure game. All right, Elizabeth Parker. I mean, I don't know why we would need to know this yet. I mean, there are a lot of tombstones here. Eric Mitchell, Lily Myers. Like these also might just be like developer names that they put in here. Stephen Cummings, Shane L. Stevens. Sorry. There's also
Family mausoleum. It says Price. The family must have been fairly rich. Those things don't come
I mean,
cheap.
with a name like Price, you know it has to be high, right? All right. Oh my God, that reminds me. One of the funniest things is that
I'm sorry for your loss.
maybe not the right time to say funny things. It's okay. We haven't seen him in a long time.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's not the biggest thing.
If you wish to find God, the Church of the Holy Trinity is always open to you.
I mean, to be fair, it makes sense that maybe many of these tombstones were from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, considering, you know, where we are
Is that so?
in time.
Here, have a brochure. It's never too late to turn away from a path of
What?
sin.
But the path of sin is so much more fun. Ooh, and what makes you so sure I'm on a sinful path, Father? Yeah, that's very judgmental of you, Beardy McBeardface. Wouldn't you say that prejudice is but a small step from your 7 big ones? Damn. You're not familiar with the concept of a lost cause, are you? No sin, but what am I supposed to do for fun? Okay, that's my,
No
yeah.
sin. But what am I
Exactly.
supposed to do for fun?
Let's see how he reacts to
Behind
that.
those words is a deep wound, a desire to belong.
Nah.
If you let him, Christ can fill that void.
No, that's okay. There are more fun things in
Ugh,
life.
please don't make Christ fill my void. I'm totally not up for that.
All right, Kathy, your sense of humor, I'm down.
The crude facade
Your
of a
sarcasm
lost
is off
soul.
the charts.
I'll pray for you. I wish comfort
You
in
might
this
want to
time
pray
of
for
grief.
someone else. But yes, like mausoleums and when they used to put like bells outside of graves so that, you know, people had a great fear of being buried alive, you know, or being buried prematurely, maybe a better way to put it. But at the time that was a really commonplace thing. Oh, what is this? Bike selection. Oh, I can unlock other bikes. Okay. But at the time, the funny thing about it is that oftentimes, like, people called like resurrection men would rob graves, and pretty much if you were a fresh grave, you were right for the picking, and they would like take teeth and bodies and whatever. So you shouldn't be too worried about being buried alive because they'll get to you anyway. All right, let's check out what Grandma has to say. Maybe let's not tell her about the resurrection men. I don't think she'll. I don't know if that's a popular story to tell at a
Grandma?
funeral.
Anybody home?
So this is the director's cut. Anybody home? Hello? Grandma, you said to meet us here. Man, the art style of this game is so good. Like the way that it like uses like warm and cool colors to create this like really nice palette. Phone and phone book? I mean, may as well. May as well. Are there any names we're supposed to be looking for yet? I don't think so.
I don't have anything to search for.
Yeah,
yet.
well, I don't know why would we why would we need to look at that yet unless maybe we're gonna call Eileen and let her know that we're here?
Some kind of winter forest scene. I've always wondered if it's supposed to be Conwell Woods or not.
I'm assuming that's a local spot. What do we got on the wall here? Photos.
A wedding photo from when my grandparents
Aw.
married.
That's nice.
They look younger than I am now. Things have sure changed.
Oh yeah. Things have changed over the
Cute
century.
red horse. It's some old Swedish thing, I think.
Oh, so the Rain family
This
is
paint looks
Swedish?
fresh. Grandma must have had this restored recently.
Well, that's cool. It's always nice when you can restore like real antiques.
A mere single pair of boots on display. Boy, do we live in different worlds.
I mean, I'm assuming being that you're a motorcyclist, that you're way into
Nice
collecting
black
cool
leather coat.
boots.
Right up my alley.
All right. Anything else around here? Painting.
Dog fighting. Grandpa used to love that stuff.
Oh, I'm assuming like yeah, he's a war vet. They said right, so I'm assuming that he fought in World War II. I would guess. Let's check out the living room. Delarna horse. Oh, is that the name of what that is? Oh, that's cool. I was
hello,
Grandma.
dear. I was just wondering what took you so long.
I mean, we did call out for you.
Sorry, I couldn't resist taking that old wheelchair for a spin.
Kathy can't help but being sarcastic. Oh, that's cool. I always love a good fun fact, Nicholas.
Oh, don't give me that look. I put it back.
I mean, we didn't really do it.
You
It's
haven't
okay.
changed one bit. Come have a seat. We have so much to talk about.
Absolutely. Let's catch up. It's been too long. Far
So,
too long.
Now, tell me about your life in the city.
Well, I'm guessing we're going to talk
Oh,
about school,
there's
right?
not much to tell. I'm going to school for journalism.
Ah, okay.
It's my second year.
Good to
I ride a
know.
motorcycle in case you missed it there out
Yeah,
front.
hard to miss a motorcycle pulling in.
Ah, that's right. Just like your father.
Oh, Papa Rain also was a
Yeah,
motorcyclist.
I suppose.
Oh, but it may be some bad blood
I
there.
must ask. Have you heard anything from your father?
Because
Anything
yeah,
at all?
Kathy mentioned that her mother took her away, and that's why she hasn't seen the grandparents in like 15 years.
No, nothing since he bailed way back then.
So he just disappeared.
I expected as much. He disappeared
Ooh.
without a trace.
Without a trace. That is very ominous.
No matter, that's ancient history. How's Sharon then?
I'm assuming our mom? Ooh, to tell you the truth, tell the truth. You had her committed to a mental institution. Avoid the subject. No reason to bring it up now. I mean, we're catching up with Grandma. Like,
Mom is. I had her committed to a place where she could get some
oh
real
man,
help.
that's
I
sad.
just couldn't take it anymore.
That's very tough.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
In spite of everything that happened when she took you away.
Oh, I mean, you know, sometimes children need to take care of their parents.
Yeah, about that.
That's the
I'm sorry
reality
I
of the
didn't
world.
visit sooner, Grandma. Mom, she told me all these horrible lies about you and Grandpa.
What did
When
wait?
I was old enough to understand what she was doing, I felt like it was much too late.
I wonder if part of the reason, yeah, is that the mom was intentionally, she felt hurt by the Rain family, so she didn't want them to have access to Kathy.
It wasn't your fault, dear.
Yeah, you were
a
like-
child.
you were like
I'm
4
just
or 5
happy
years
that you're
old.
here now.
Yeah.
Me too. So, what about you? How have you been doing all these years?
Well, you know, a little bit sad in the last little while, but other than
I've
that,
been lonely ever since the accident. There's no denying that.
What accident?
I'm assuming with the grandfather, right?
Goodness gracious.
I mean, again, it's been 15 years.
Of course you don't know. She took you away before it all happened.
Okay, what happened?
know what.
Yes.
I will never forget that dreadful day. August 16th, 1981.
All right, what happened?
It was the middle of the night when Sheriff Truman knocked on our door.
Oh no.
He had
yeah, it's
Joseph
the
with him.
grandfather.
I couldn't even recognize Joseph at first. All dirty and wet with an awful blank
Man, this is a
stain on
rough
his
cold
face,
open in this game.
Like his soul had been ripped from his body.
What
Since
happened?
that day, he never spoke a word. Forever confined to that.
It seemed like a
blasted
very
wheelchair.
bright soul was dimmed.
Really? For all this time?
That's
I
a
had no
long
idea.
time. That's almost as long since they stopped
It
speaking.
came as a shock
Yeah.
to all of us.
That's horrible, Grandma. I'm so sorry.
But, I mean, I don't want to pry too much, but what was the nature of the accident?
Thank you, dear.
Incident in 80. Ooh, I guess, yeah, we're like an aspiring journalist, so are we going to look into what happened?
Why do you think Grandpa
Yeah.
suddenly left that night in 81?
I haven't the faintest idea. He acted very peculiar not long before it happened.
Interesting.
Disappearing for
So he was acting
hours at a
weird leading
time.
up to
At
the
first I even
accident.
suspected he was having an affair. When I asked him about it, he just said he was chasing
old demons.
Must have had something to do with the war.
Or maybe it has something to do with what happened to our father. Maybe it was PTSD?
Maybe it was post-traumatic stress disorder? Grandpa always had a hard time showing weakness.
I don't know, dear. I'm just speculating.
But it seems like he was
I didn't
changed
think too
after
much of
the
it at the
accident.
time.
Like something happened that night that made him kind of like shrink into himself.
Joseph was a man of few words. I'm sure he just didn't wish to burden me with it, whatever it was.
I mean, you should talk to your life partners. It's a better way to live life. Well, what did the doctors say?
What did the doctors have to say about Grandpa's
Yeah, what
condition?
exactly happened to him?
Persistent vegetative
Oh.
state. That's what they call
Like
it.
he literally just like shut off from the world.
I've heard it all. by
Yeah.
now. One doctor said it was a stroke. Another claimed it was a seizure. The third hack tried to
Interesting.
sell it off as a severe infection.
I mean, that can happen. Like, bacterial or viral infections can affect the nervous system. I mean, it's not a hack.
It's all a load of tripe. I had an MRI performed on Joseph. It's one of
Oh,
those
yeah, an MRI would be
state-of-the-art
super
head
state of the art.
scans.
Yeah. In 81, that would be like super state of the art.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Yes, well, according to the scan, his brain was completely intact.
I mean, that's not entirely fair. Like, you don't have a before and after, so you don't know what change may have
They
occurred.
thought it was a technical problem at the
Also,
time.
it could be chemical.
Some kind of glitch. But the result was the same after 3 different scans on 3 different machines.
Okay, this is obviously making Grandma very upset.
Eventually, they had to confess that they simply had no credible explanation for the state he was
I
in.
mean, also psychological. Like, he could be a prisoner of his own making.
And this injury just happened to occur on the very same night he mysteriously disappears?
I mean, he could have maybe he came across something very, like, personally shocking. Like,
Indeed. I refuse to believe it was a
Yeah.
coincidence.
maybe he saw or did something that night that put him into a state of, like, essentially perpetual shock. But what did the police say? How did they find
What
him?
did Sheriff Truman have to
Yeah.
say about the matter?
Exactly. Like, it's like, his whole being left his body. What did Sheriff Truman have to say?
Not much. He said they simply found Joseph in that condition on the outskirts of town.
Very common in the 80s. I've never heard of that. Very common in the 80s. Interesting. I mean, definitely, even to this day, like, mental health and trauma is not treated always the way that it should be. But especially in the 80s and 90s, that was not like some bastion of great time of treating people with trauma better. So I could see maybe why they maybe misdiagnosed him or didn't understand what was happening to him.
The sheriff was convinced there was some kind of foul play involved, but the investigation turned up nothing.
But, like, how did they find him? Like, was he in a car? Like, this is, man, I am very intrigued by this. This is a good hook. I like
He
this.
later said that he was sorry, but that he was forced to close the case.
Forced? What? This is getting weirder and weirder.
You know, I could try to find out more about this.
Yes, we could. I don't know if Grandma wants that, though. It seems like this is like a traumatic thing that she's not enjoying
You're
reliving.
welcome to try, dear. Some kind of closure would mean the world to me.
I mean, even if it is after his death. But maybe that's the whole thing. Like, this would never have been investigated if it wasn't for Kathy finding out about it.
I think I'll head over to the sheriff's station for a
Yeah.
little chat then.
Okay. I don't know if that's the best idea. Maybe we should. I would go to like a local newspaper or
Would be
something
nice
first.
to witness
yeah.
police doing some actual police service for once.
But
Sure, you go ahead.
hey.
Let me know if I can be of any more help.
All right. I'm assuming we're going to come back to you for more history about what happened to him. Okay. So we now have a new location. Now we have a topic too. So it seems like these are things that we can maybe bring up with multiple people as we learn more about them.
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
All
So
right.
long.
Good to know. So I'm assuming this is a photo of Grandpa? Grampy?
Grandpa in his Air Force uniform. Looks to be in his early 20s.
So yeah, he must have been fighting in World War II then.
I used to love digging through those drawers when I was a kid, looking for coins, buttons, and
Oh, I totally
trinkets.
get that. Like, I just loved finding little knickknacks too when I was growing up. Booze.
Expensive looking scotch. That thing has been standing there forever.
I mean, that's the thing about expensive booze. A lot of time people don't want to drink it anyway. Like, it just sits there to never be drank.
That's where the nice china is kept. Only for special occasions. I
The
have
other
yet to
classic
see it
is
outside the
dishware that
cabinet.
never gets used. What do we got on the bookshelf? Can we also just have a cup of tea? That'd be nice.
A decent sized book collection. Most of them science or history related from the
Okay.
looks of it.
Interesting looking library. Ooh, a miniature
An
plane.
intricate toy airplane with moving parts.
I wonder if that was maybe the plane that he flew during the war, because it seems like he was an actual pilot,
I
right?
remember playing with that. Grandpa had a whole collection of them.
Yeah, I've definitely. Oh my god, I've lost so many buttons over the years. Coffee table. I mean, we could just pull up a chair. All right, so let's go to the sheriff's office, see what's going on there. See what we can't find. Anything else around here? Can we go upstairs? Yes, we can. What about the
An
wheelchair?
old wheelchair. Not too dusty. Grandpa must have used it towards the end.
Yeah, it seems like he was pretty much isolated mentally, physically. Like he was just keeping
I
to
shouldn't
himself.
overstay my welcome.
I mean, it's your grandma's house. I'm sure she'd be happy for you to stay over. I don't know many grandparents who would love to kick their grandchildren out of the house. All right, let's head on over.